Good. This is Chief Moore from the Janesville Police Department. We just want to thank everybody for our help with our 2012 National Night Out. We had a great turnout. I think we had over 2,000 people here this evening. It just turned out really well. We had good demonstrations by our SWAT team, our dog team, and of course the taser. Everybody enjoys the taser. Our promise at the Janesville Police Department is that we got a great community here. We got great people, great schools, beautiful city. But our fit and our promise is that we'll keep everybody safe. So everybody was able to come down here tonight, be safe, and have a good time. They're going to be safe when they're driving home, and tonight when they're in their homes, they'll be safe once again. So really appreciate everybody stopping by, and stop by next year and see us again.
We'd like to observe a moment of silence for the passing this year of our own Detective Mike Dewar, along with the victims of the Oak Creek shooting this week. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for coming. Let's get this party started.
All right, the first demonstration tonight. We are so happy to have them. The Janesville Police Department SWAT team. Let's have a nice round of applause. The SWAT team was formed in 1998.
JPT SWAT consists of 15 SWAT operations, 5 snipers, and 6 crisis negotiators. SWAT teams actually reduce the risk of injury or loss of life to citizen suspects and police officers. Now, SWAT teams are trained and equipped to peacefully resolve various types of incidents, including barricaded suspects, hostage situations, and high-risk warrants. The snipers provide armed cover to the SWAT operators during an incident. Negotiators attempt to talk to the suspect to peacefully resolve the incident.
The Janesville Police Department SWAT team is going to be performing a scenario to highlight some of their skills and equipment. All of the equipment used tonight has been rendered safe. During the scenarios, the SWAT team will be using a distraction device, commonly referred to as a flash bang. The flash bang is deployed. It makes a loud bang, you might have guessed. It's designed to distract the suspect. If this flash bang lands near you, do not touch it. The devices are extremely hot, and please stay clear of the demonstration area and enjoy the show.
All right, here we go. The Janesville Police Department SWAT team has been called to a barricaded suspect hostage rescue. The suspect is barricaded in a house and is armed with a handgun. The suspect was involved in a carjacking. He's taken the female operator of the vehicle hostage. When the suspect was stopped by patrol cars, the suspect shot at the officers with a handgun, then fled into a nearby home with the female.
Dispatch all units. We have a report of a carjacking just occurred at the Janesville Mall. Callers advising a male white, short, dark hair, slender build, grabbed a female as she was trying to get into her truck. Truck's described as a black 4-door Dodge Dakota with Wisconsin plates. Last seen headed into town on Melton Avenue. Possible handgun in the vehicle. 202, 205 response.
Dispatch 228 copy. Looks like I have the vehicle southbound on Melton Avenue. White male driver, short dark hair, white female passenger.
10-4, 205 copy.
205 copy.
10-4, 205.
Dispatch 202, 205 and myself are making a felony traffic stop on a Dakota.
10-4, 202 and 205.
SWAT team members assigned to the assault team use cover to approach the front of the home. A breach and hold team assemble at the rear of the home. SWAT deploys a distraction device at the back of the home while the other team enters the front. The hostage rescued and the suspect is taken into custody with no significant injuries to the suspect or themselves. Let's hear it for JPD SWAT.
As we all know, police officers sometimes have to control uncooperative or combative people. The Janesville Police Department added electronic control devices, ECDs, as a tool to help them in these situations. There are several electronic control devices on the market today. The Janesville Police Department uses the TASER as their ECD. The police department's primary goal is to preserve the peace and to protect people from getting hurt. While there's no one best tool for every situation, the electronic control device is faster and more effective in more situations than many of the other tools or options officers have available to them. When the ECD is used, the number and degree of injuries is generally lower. The JPD has been using the TASER since 2004. The TASER is yellow in color and is worn on the officer's gun belt on the opposite side from where their firearm is located. This helps reduce the confusion during high-stress situations. Before a TASER is deployed, officers use communication skills in an attempt to correct the person's resistive behavior. This is the same as with any other tool used. Now, each officer in the Janesville Police Department is required to pass an 8-hour training session before carrying the TASER. And they must recertify every 2 years. Most officers during that training voluntarily take an exposure to the TASER to better understand the effects. Officers are not required to do this, but they sometimes do.
And we have seen officers who's actually volunteered to be tasered, and it's an impressive demonstration. Now, the taser is, believe it or not, battery operated. Each taser generates 50,000 volts of electricity. Now, the amps are low, far less than what it takes to light up a small Christmas tree. The low amperage makes it safe, does not necessarily make it painless. An air cartridge is attached to the end of the taser. Each air cartridge has 2 probes that are similar to straightened out fish hooks. The probes are connected to wires, which the taser sends electrically to the probes once the probes connect the target. When the taser trigger is pulled, a nitrogen capsule explodes inside the cartridge, which then shoots the probes out of the cartridge and into the subject. The taser cycles, shocks, for 5 seconds and shuts off. The officer can reactivate the taser for another 5 seconds if necessary. I'm sure it won't be necessary tonight. Should we meet our contestants? On this end of the street, we have Kathy Lee, who is a Kelly Lee. Kathy Lee's a movie star, who is a neighborhood development specialist for the city of Janesville. Kelly, I am so sorry. Kelly, why do you want to do this?
I really don't have an answer for you.
Do you have friends on the police department? I mean, this is a very serious demonstration. How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. Yep, good. Yep.
Well, Kelly Lee says she's good. Let's find out about our other contestant. Kathleen Lauber, I understand you're the wife of Janesville Police Department Lieutenant Keith Lauber. Now, did Keith, first of all, was he ever tasered?
He was tasered, yes.
So why would he want you to be tasered?
I gotta say, he didn't volunteer me. He just said If you want to, have at it, but can't believe you're doing this.
Why? Why are you?
It seemed like a really good idea last year. Now all of a sudden it's like 5 minutes away, and no.
Little nervous?
Experience I'll never have again.
All right, let's hear it for Kathleen Lover and Kelly Lee. As you may know, the use of an electronic control device on a person causes one to lose control of the use of their large muscle groups for 5 seconds, which in turn causes them to fall to the ground. So for demonstration purposes, 2 spotters will help support Kelly and Kathleen. When Kelly and Kathleen are exposed to the taser, you will see that their muscles will contract. And this is what you really want to watch too closely, because they're not going to be screaming at first, and they're just going to freeze up. And it will amaze you how they tighten up. Without the support of the spotters, this would be the time that they would fall to the ground. Once a person is on the ground, they are much easier, obviously, for officers to control, as you will see. So pay attention to Kelly and Kathleen and how they recover from the effects. Good luck, ladies of the taser. All right, 5, do it with me, 4, 3, 2, unbelievable. Kathleen, how are you feeling right now?
Stunned. How's that?
Did you have any choice to stand on your feet? Did they hold you up? I mean, I've seen a lot of guys go to their knees and down.
I don't think there was much choice involved. These guys held me up.
Did you have any movement? Did you have any control?
I had not a thing. I had these guys holding me up, period.
All right, outstanding. Do we dare talk to Kelly? Yeah! Kelly? Kelly? They warned me to wait a moment before talking to you. Kelly? So, what was it like?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Okay, now this is going to sound like a silly question, but we really want to understand why was it horrible? How was it horrible? Tell me, how horrible was it?
I can't even describe it. I can't.
Did you lose all control?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Could you move a muscle?
No.
Would you be very easily pliable by police in this situation?
Would I be what?
Easy to control.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the big word. All right. Kelly and Kathleen, let's have a big round of applause. They are very daring demonstrators. I'm just curious, since every year they look for volunteers, how many want to be tased next year? All right, we got a few brave people. All right.
By the way, Mrs. Lover, when my husband asks to do a favor at work, I usually end up holding a microphone, and it's painless. So, just saying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next item on the agenda, everybody loves the police canine demonstrations. Just want to give you a note, after the canine demonstrations, Target will be holding a drawing. So if you stick around for just a few moments, you may find out you're a winner tonight. So after the demonstrations here. Tonight's canine demonstration is going to include a drug sniff obstacle course. In this event, Officer Hageman and Canine Caro will negotiate around multiple random objects to detect which one has concealed narcotics inside. The second event will be Officer Mahaffey. Is that right? And K9 Hardy assisting patrol officers in call of an armed subject.
All right, Officer Mahaffey and K9 Hardy, let's hear it. We'll see him in a minute. Officer Mahaffey, could you wave? Now, the Janesville Police K9 unit was formed in October of 2007 with Officer Mahaffey and K9 Hardy hitting the streets. K9 Hardy is a purebred German Shepherd who was born in Germany April 28, 2005. Hardy is 7 years old. Officer Mahaffey and K9 Hardy are assigned to third shift patrol. Let's hear it for Officer Hageman and K9 Caro. So 6 months later, in May of 2008, Officer Hageman and K9 Caro hit the streets. K9 Caro is also a purebred German Shepherd born in the Czech Republic, September 17th of 2006. Caro is 5 years old. Hageman and Caro have been assigned to the second shift patrol. Another round of applause for Officer Hageman and K9 Caro.
Hardy and Caro are dual-purpose canines. They're certified in both narcotics and patrol functions. Narcotics searches include cars, buildings, and parcels. Patrol functions include handler protection, searching for articles, building searches, area searches, and tracking or trailing people. Both canines are trained to apprehend suspects that may flee or resist arrest.
In order to maintain their many skills and achieve certification, the K9 unit utilizes trained decoys to assist in training on a regular basis. Tonight, we would like to thank our many dedicated officers who have assisted in the K9 unit's training program. It takes skill and courage to put on some of the training equipment and to allow a K9 to chase you down and bite you. A special thanks to all who helped. Now, in less than 5 years, the K9 teams have each, and these are impressive statistics, individually been utilized more than 1,000 times. That's more than 1,000 for Hardy and another 1,000 plus for Caro. Both K9s live at home with their handlers. They have take-home squad cars so they can respond quickly if they are needed while not on duty.
Your Janesville Police K9 teams assist patrol officers as well as the street crimes unit in sniffing out concealed narcotics during search warrants. Narcotics can be concealed in nearly any object, and in this demo, we brought out several objects of different sizes and different materials to show you how the K9 team utilized that keen sense of smell to detect hidden drugs. As you will see, the K9 sniffs around the various articles, and when he finds the scent of drugs, he alerts the handler. And then the handler rewards the K9 for a job well done. Looks like we found something. Ooh. Let's give a hand to our K9 unit. Yeah, good dog.
Now, both K9 teams certify every year to ensure their proficiency. North American Police Work Dog Association is the entity that certifies them. Caro and Hardy certify in detection of marijuana, methamphetamine, cocaine, and heroin. They also certify in patrol functions including tracking, area search, building search, article search, obedience, and aggression patrol.
Our K9 teams also assist patrol and even occasionally the SWAT team in dealing with armed and dangerous suspects, like this one right here, who I will not stand next to. In this scenario, the K-9 team responds to a man armed with a knife. The bad guy is Officer Jimmy Holford. He's going to be armed with a knife. As you can see, Officer Holford is wearing protective bite suit to keep him from being injured during the demonstration. Good dog. Got him. He's mine. I got him. I won him. A hand for our volunteer, please. Jimmy Holford. You notice a decoy was wearing a protective helmet and hand protectors, an especially made bite suit, which is very hot, very heavy. This particular bite suit was donated by a supportive local business owner. Thank you very much. All right.
Janesville Police would like to thank the citizens of Janesville for their ongoing support for the K-9 unit. They would also like to take this opportunity to express their appreciation to the many local businesses and private citizens who have allowed them to use their buildings and property during training exercising. Having new and realistic training sites help to improve the skills of our teams. You guys ought to be commended for coming out and showing support for the police department that works so hard on your behalf. One more round for the Janesville Police Department.
Now, Gavin, we got some bad guys tonight? How many? Two bad guys we got. We'll get 4 next year. How's that sound? Okay.